Digger World.
Peppa and George are visiting Digger World.
Digger, Digger. George likes diggers. I like diggers too.
And today, you'll both be driving real diggers.
Wow!
Here is Mr. Potato. Welcome to Digger World, where all your digger dreams come true. This is the sand digger ride.
Ooh!
Peppa and George, jump on board. Mummy and Daddy Pig, you have to pedal.
Oh.
Now, fill up this big bucket with sand.
This is fun!
Yes, fun!
Excellent work, children. Now we flip the bucket over, give it a tap, and voila!
Hooray!
Peppa and George have made a big sand castle.
Let's go to the next ride.
This is the wall building ride. Stack the soft blocks to make a wall.
Hurry up, Mummy!
OK, Peppa.
Pedal faster, Mummy!
Oh, I'm going as fast as I can, Peppa.
Nearly finished. There! A lovely wall.
Here comes George with a demolition digger.
Meow!
Oh dear, George has knocked down Peppa's wall.
George! You naughty piggy!
Ho-ho! Building things up, then knocking them down. It's all part of the fun at Digger World. This is the grabber machine.
How do we play this one?
Let's hope it's not pedal-powered.
Mummy and Daddy Pig do the peddling.
Oh.
Peppa and George use the grabber to win a lovely prize.
Ooh!
There are Mr. Potato dolls or toy dinosaurs to be won.
Dinosaur. OK, George, let's get a dinosaur. This way, George. No, that way. Back, forward, down. Hooray! We've got the dinosaur. Oh.
The dinosaur toy is too heavy for the grabber. Oh, try again.
Oh no! We got a Mr. Potato doll!
The Mr. Potato doll is just the right weight for the grabber. Aren't you lucky? And he's yours to keep.
Oh,
But the best news is you have earned your digger badges. You are fully qualified digger drivers.
hooray!
Thank you for visiting Digger World, where all your digger dreams come true. Bye.
Bye-bye! I really like Digger World because we get to drive...
Stop! It is Mr. Bull.
What's the matter, Mr. Bull?
We're building a wall across the road.
Digger! Digger! Mr. Bull, can we drive your digger?
Oh, I'm afraid children can't drive diggers.
But we've been to Digger World. We've got badges.
Oh, that's okay then. Hop aboard. I'll drive the digger and you can have the important job of pushing the buttons. Okay, now, push the button.
What? This red one?
No, the green one! Ah!
The digger has knocked over the new wall.
Sorry, Mr. Bull.
Building things up, then knocking them down. It's all part of the fun with diggers.
Peppa and George love diggers. Everyone loves diggers.
The zoo.
Peppa and her playgroup are visiting the zoo for the day.
Going to the zoo. Bing bong bing, bong bing boom. We're all going to the zoo.
Children, are you ready to see all kinds of animals?
Yes, Madam Gazelle.
Today, we will be meeting wild animals.
Ooh.
But don't worry, the wild animals will be safely behind fences. A lion has escaped!
Hello, I'm Mr. Lion. Welcome to the zoo.
It is Mr. Lion, the zookeeper.
Hello, Mr. Lion.
You've picked a good time to visit. It's feeding time.
Ooh.
This way to the animals. Here are the tortoises.
Ooh.
We keep this gate shut so they don't run away.
They don't look like they could ever run. No, they're moving very slowly.
Yes, that's why they live to be so old.
How long do they live?
Tortoises can live 100 years.
Wow.
Now, feeding time. Who knows what tortoises like to eat?
Tortoises like to eat vegetables.
That's right. That's why we feed them lettuce.
Mr. Lion is feeding the tortoises lettuce.
But of course, children, not all animals eat vegetables.
That's right, Mrs. Wildebeest.
My name is Madame Gazelle.
Sorry, gazelle, wildebeest. For some reason, I always get those two mixed up.
Mr. Lion, what animal will we see next?
I'll give you a clue. It lives in water.
Is it a whale or a shark?
Wait and see. Look carefully into the water.
I can't see anything. There's nothing in there.
Wait, I think I see something. Ah! Crocodile!
Hello, I'm Mrs. Crocodile. I'm the keeper in charge of the penguins.
Penguins!
Adorable, aren't they? And now it's their feeding time. Penguins eat fish.
Ooh. Penguins are very good at catching. And waddling. And they like to swim.
If you look through the glass wall, you can see the penguins swimming underwater.
Wow! They're really good at swimming.
Yes, that's why we have this fancy pool for them.
Very interesting. Thank you, Mrs. Crocodile and Mr. Lion.
It's our pleasure, Mrs. Wildebeest.
Gazelle.
Of course, yes, gazelle.
What animal are we meeting next? I can see it. It's very tall. It's a giraffe. Yes, that's my dad. He's a keeper at the zoo.
Hello, I'm Mr. Giraffe.
Hello, Mr. Giraffe. What sort of animal are you looking after?
See if you can guess.
Look up there. There's a net. It must be a flying wild animal. It must be hiding, watching us, waiting to pounce. Ooh, butterflies.
Mr. Giraffe looks after the butterflies.
Is it the butterflies' feeding time?
Yes, and the butterflies get all the food they need from these flowers.
It is amazing they can live on just the food from flowers.
I wish I could get by just eating flowers.
Yes.
All this talk of eating has made me quite hungry.
Me too. Well, it's our feeding time now.
What's for lunch today, Mr. Lion?
Oh, lunch boxes for everyone. Sandwiches, fruit juice, and an apple.
Little picnics in boxes.
Tuck in, everyone.
Hooray!
Mr. Lion loves feeding time at the zoo. Everyone loves feeding time at the zoo.
The Great Barrier Reef.
Peppa is on holiday in Australia at Kylie Kangaroo's house.
I love it here at your house, Kylie.
Yes, I could stay here forever.
It's great having you all stay, but I will have to go to work today.
What is your job, Mrs. Kangaroo?
I'm a marine biologist.
What's that?
I study sea creatures, like these little fish here.
Ooh, a fish tank.
But the fish I study don't live in a tank, they live in the sea.
Do the fishes in the sea have little bridges to swim through and treasure to play with?
No, Peppa. That's just the sort of stuff people put in fish tanks.
Would you all like to come and see where I work?
Yes, please. I've been to where my daddy works. There was a telephone, lots of paper and colouring pens. It was a very nice office.
I think you'll find my office is pretty fun too. This is my office.
Where?
There, Peppa, the sea. I've got the best office in the world.
But how can you work in the sea?
With this submarine.
Wow!
Do you want to ride?
Yes, please!
Okay, hop in.
Wow! It's all the colours of the rainbow.
That's coral. Coral is made of lots and lots of tiny creatures.
Ooh!
And the coral stretches for miles and miles.
We call it the Great Barrier Reef.
It's my job to keep the coral safe.
Can we take some coral home with us?
Sorry, Peppa. We can look, but we mustn't touch.
If every visitor took a little bit of coral home...
Soon, all the coral would be gone.
We must never, never take anything away from here.
Ah! Look! Little fish. They're clownfish. Clownfish? They do look quite funny.
Look over there.
A big blue starfish. There's a tiny red one.
And a spiky green one.
What's that? That's a turtle. Ooh. Hello, Mrs. Turtle. How are you today?
You see how lucky I am to work in such an amazing place, Peppa?
Look! A little bridge, just like in your fish tank.
Oh, you're right, Peppa. It is quite like the fish tank here, except there's no treasure chest, of course.
What have you seen, George?
It looks like a chest full of gold coins.
Wow!
George has found a treasure chest.
You see, Daddy, everything is the same as the fish tank.
Yes.
That gold must be worth a fortune.
I think I can get it.
But you said we must never take anything away.
I meant natural things that belong here.
That's right. These gold coins don't belong here, so we need to remove them.
Ah!
It will all go to a good cause.
Yes, it'll pay for lots more marine research.
Hooray!
That was a good day at the office.
We saw coral and fishes and a turtle.
This is a great holiday.
I don't want it to ever end.
But you are going to leave sometime, right?
Oh, not that you aren't welcome to stay as long as you like, of course.
Thank you, Mrs. Kangaroo.
This holiday is the best.
Peppa is having a lovely holiday with Kylie Kangaroo.
Police station.
Peppa and her family are driving home.
That was a great day out. Now all I want to do is get home, put my feet up and have a lovely cup of...
I'm sore. George has lost Mr. Dinosaur again.
Oh dear. George could have lost Mr. Dinosaur anywhere. We've been to so many places today.
We went to the shops, to the playground, to the park.
George cannot remember where he left Mr. Dinosaur.
Oh well, Mr. Dinosaur is lost forever then.
Don't worry, George. Somebody will have found Mr. Dinosaur.
Yes, and when people find lost things, they take them to the police station.
So that's where Mr. Dinosaur will be.
This is the police station. Here are Police Officer Squirrel and Police Officer Panda. They are doing important police work.
Very good donuts, these.
Yes, donuts really are the best.
The police like donuts.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
That is how the police say hello.
And how may we help you today?
Dinosaur. George has lost Mr. Dinosaur.
Don't worry, George. I'm sure you'll find your dinosaur.
All you've got to do is keep your ears and eyes open.
Actually, we were hoping some kind person might have found George's toy dinosaur and brought it here.
I see. We'll need to question George. It's just routine.
Please describe your dinosaur in your own words.
Take your time.
Use as many words as you like.
Dinosaur.
Dinosaur. Excellent description.
We do have some lost dinosaurs in the back. Follow me.
Wow! What a lot of stuff!
Yes, it's amazing the things people lose.
Umbrellas.
Handbags.
Pirate treasure.
Wow!
Yes. Pirates are always forgetting where they buried their treasure.
People dig the treasure up, and when they can't find the pirate who legally owns it,
They bring the treasure here.
funny thing is, not one single pirate has ever walked into our police station to claim their treasure.
This cement mixer was found in a train. The passenger must have forgotten it.
Ooh.
And this banana was found in a shoe shop.
How in the world it got there, we'll never know. I'm sorry, young lad. What were we looking for again?
Dinosaur.
Oh, yes. Here we are, a box full of plastic dinosaurs.
Is this your Stegosaurus?
No.
How about this Triceratops?
No.
This Brontosaurus?
No.
I'm afraid that's all the toy dinosaurs we've got.
Oh.
Don't worry, George. I'm sure you'll find your dinosaur.
All you've got to do is keep your ears and eyes open. Oh, who put that lamppost there?
Yes, it's not a safe place to put a lamppost. Dangerous lamppost on public highway.
Aha! So this is your car, is it?
Yes?
The very same car you used for your day out when the dinosaur was lost?
Yes. Why?
Bear with us, please, madam. Did you look for George's dinosaur in the car?
Well, no. We
Please step away from the car, madam. Nothing in here. Completely clean.
Mind if we open the boot, madam?
Go ahead.
Hello, hello, hello. Look what we found here.
Dinosaur.
Ah, yes. Why didn't we think of looking in the boot?
Thank you so much.
Just doing our job, madam.
George loves Mr. Dinosaur, and Mr. Dinosaur loves George.
Once upon a time.
Peppa and George are looking at storybooks.
Look, George. This is an exciting adventure. There are fairies and 3 bears who can't stop eating porridge. And a naughty wolf who's looking for an old lady to eat. Oh. Don't worry, George. It's always a happy ending. I wish we lived in a fairy story.
Peppa, George, it's time to go.
Are we going on an adventure?
Yes, we're going to Granny and Grandpa Pig's house for lunch.
That's not an adventure.
There'll be potatoes.
Can we bring our picture books to read in the car?
We're not going in the car, Peppa. We're walking there instead.
Walking? All the way to Granny and Grandpa's house?
Yes, there's a shortcut through the park.
Will there be dragons and fairies in the park?
Not that I know of.
But it will be a nice walk.
But there won't be any magic.
Maybe, if we look hard enough, we might see some.
Peppa and George have arrived at the park.
It doesn't feel like a magic place.
Oh, I don't know. It feels a bit magic to me.
Yes, this is like the path in Little Red Riding Hood.
I wouldn't be surprised if we bumped into the big bad wolf. Oh.
Hello there. It is Mr. Wolf.
Hello, Mr. Wolf. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Just a little bit hungry. I'm trying to decide where to go for lunch.
I'm going to my granny's house for lunch.
Are you really?
Yes.
Is it far?
Not far. This is the shortcut. We'll be there soon.
Very good. Oh, well, catch you later.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye. That was just like Little Red Riding Hood. Meeting Mr. Wolf in the middle of the woods when I'm going to Granny's house.
Which way now, Daddy Pig?
I'm not sure.
There's a little house over there. Let's ask them the way.
Hello?
Is there anybody home? I wonder who lives here in the middle of the woods.
There are 3 chairs.
And 3 bowls of porridge.
Hello, Peppa.
Here are Belinda Bear and Mummy and Daddy Bear.
Hello there. Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Bear. Sorry to trouble you.
The door was open, so we came inside.
It's quite all right. It's lovely to see you.
Are you going to stay for lunch, Peppa? It's porridge. It's not too hot or too cold, but just right.
We're actually on our way to have lunch at Granny and Grandpa Pig's house.
Could you point us in the right direction, please?
That path there will take you to Granny Pig's house.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Wow. That was just like Goldilocks and the 3 bears.
Yes, with a little house and 3 chairs.
And 3 bowls of porridge.
We are in a fairy tale.
Peppa has arrived at Granny and Grandpa Pig's house.
Granny Pig, we're here.
Hello?
Oh.
Here is Mr. Wolf.
Mr. Wolf, why are you here?
I'm just round for something to eat. Your granny has made a lovely lunch.
Yes, I've made a lovely lunch and it's ready now. Come inside.
Hello, Peppa. Hello.
Wendy Wolf has come for lunch too.
Lunch is served.
Hooray! Potatoes!
Ho, ho! You can never have too many potatoes.
Wendy, I've had an adventure in the fairy tale woods. Ooh, what's the fairy tale woods? It's where you live inside a fairy story.
Peppa loves fairy stories. Everyone loves fairy stories.
Wendy Wolf's birthday.
It is Wendy Wolf's birthday and she has invited all her friends to a party.
Happy birthday, Wendy! Thank you, everybody.
Mr. Wolf is blowing up balloons for the party.
I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow these balloons up.
I love balloons. Me too. And me. And me. And me.
Everybody loves balloons.
Come on, let's dance. Don't let the balloons fall to the ground. Keep them in the air. This is fun.
Here is Mrs. Wolf.
Who wants bubbles?
Me.
Okay, I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow some bubbles.
I love bubbles. They are a bit like balloons, but they pop when you touch them. Watch. Woo! See, I popped one. Oh, we've popped all the bubbles.
We can always make some more bubbles. Who wants to go?
Me!
Okay.
Hooray!
Are you ready?
Yes, Mrs. Wolf.
You have to huff.
Huff.
And you have to puff.
Puff.
And blow.
So many bubbles. Pretty bubbles in the sky. Ooh. Look at that big bubble. That's not a bubble, Pedro. That's the full moon. Ah, And you know what you do when you see a full moon? You howl. Ow! Why do you do that? That's what wolves do. We howl at the moon. Wendy, can you teach us how to do that? Okay. First, you have to look up at the moon. And then you howl. Ow! Ow!
Wendy Wolf has taught everyone how to howl like a wolf.
Wow, who did that one? It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't any of us. It's a wild animal.
It is Granny Wolf.
Happy birthday, Wendy.
Hello, Granny.
You must all be Wendy's friends. How do you do?
Hello, Granny Wolf. My, what big ears you've got, Granny Wolf.
All the better to hear you with.
What big eyes you've got, Granny Wolf.
All the better to see you with.
And what big teeth you've got.
All the better to eat birthday cake.
Wendy, what's that in the middle of your cake? It is a little house made of sticks. Ah!
Time to blow out the candles, Wendy.
I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow the candles out. You've blown the stick house down.
Oh, well done.
That's my go.
It was quite easy.
Houses made of sticks are easy to blow down.
I always forget. What's your house made of, Mr. Pig?
It's made of bricks.
Not straw?
Bricks.
Oh, of course.
That was a great party, Wendy. Yes, that was my best party ever.
Happy birthday, Wendy.
Nursery Rhymes.
Peppa and her friends are at playgroup.
Children, today we are doing nursery rhymes.
Ooh.
Who has a favourite nursery rhyme?
My favourite is Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Oh, yes.
Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow. And everywhere that Mary went, Mary went, Mary went. And everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. I like that one. It had a sheep in it.
That was lovely, Peppa. Thank you. Who else has a favourite nursery rhyme?
I like Little Bo Peep.
And can you sing, Little Bo Peep?
Yes, and it goes like this. Little Bo Peep has lost her sheep and doesn't know where to find them. I don't like that one. It's about sheep getting lost. It's too sad.
Yes. Does anyone know a nursery rhyme that isn't about sheep?
Me!
Yes, Pedro?
Baba Black Sheep. Oh, sorry. I know one about a cat.
Oh, splendid, Candy. Can you share it with us?
Hey diddle-diddle, the cat and the fiddle, the cow jumped over the moon. The little dog loved to see such fun, and the dish ran away with the spoon.
Dishes running away with spoons? And cows jumping over moons? Crazy stuff. Who's next?
I know a rhyme about a mouse.
Very good, Freddy.
Hickory dickory dock, the mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck one, the mouse ran down. Hickory dickory dock.
Oh, that one makes a lot more sense. Mice do like to run around.
Madam Gazelle, I know a rhyme that has numbers in it.
Excellent, Wendy. Please share it with the class.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I let it go again. Why did you let it go? Because it bit my finger so. Which finger did it bite? This little finger on my right.
Oh, the poor little fish was frightened. It was kind to throw it back.
Madam Gazelle,
Yes, Pedro?
I like Robin Hood.
Okay. And does Robin Hood have a rhyme?
Yes, Robin Hood lived in a wood. He was very good at jumping in mud.
Very good, Pedro.
I made it up myself. Madam Gazelle, I know a rhyme about marching. We have to go outside. Oh, the grand old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill and he marched them down again. And when they're up, they're up. And when they're down, they're down. And when they're only halfway up, they're neither up nor down.
That was good exercise.
Madam Gazelle, do you have a favourite nursery rhyme?
But of course, Pedro. Would you all like to sing it with me?
Yes, please.
Everybody, hold hands. Ring-a-ring-a roses,
A pocket full of posies, a tissue, we all fall down.
Peppa loves nursery rhymes. Everybody loves nursery rhymes.
Simple science.
It is playtime at Peppa's Playgroup.
Stop!
Mr. Bull, what are you doing to our playground?
We're digging it up!
Mr. Bull loves digging.
Hello!
Daddy, why are you here?
I'm working with Mr. Bull.
Ooh.
It looks like Mr. Bull is doing all the work.
Mr. Bull just builds the playground. I do the hard bit, planning it all.
Ah.
I've worked it all out with science.
That sounds very interesting, Daddy Pig.
It is.
Would you like to teach the children some simple science?
It would be my pleasure. Let's start by doing an experiment.
What is an experiment?
It's a way to find something out that we don't know. Like, how many children does it take to lift Madam Gazelle?
100. 10,000.
You're all just guessing.
What's the answer?
I don't know, but we can use an experiment to find out. Who wants to try and lift Madam Gazelle?
Me. I can't lift her.
Madam Gazelle is too heavy for one child to lift.
Let's try 2 children.
She's very heavy.
Madam Gazelle is too heavy for 2 children to lift.
Let's try 3 children.
It takes 3 children to lift Madam Gazelle.
We just did some simple science.
It was fun.
Let's do another experiment.
Yes!
Make a tower of blocks. Very good, but the tower looks a bit wobbly.
Oh.
How can we make the tower less wobbly?
Put the big blocks at the bottom and the small blocks at the top.
Fantastic!
Edmund Elephant is a clever clogs.
Can we do more experiments?
Of course. Who can tell me their favourite game?
Jumping up and down in muddy puddles.
And what do we need to make a muddy puddle?
Dirt and water.
Dirt and water. Mix them together to make a muddy puddle. Peppa, please test the puddle.
This puddle is too dry.
Let's add some more water. Please jump again, Peppa.
This puddle is just right. Nice and muddy.
And making muddy puddles is a bit like making concrete. Concrete is what we're using to make your new playground. It starts off wet and soft like mud, then it sets and goes hard forever.
Ooh!
Right now, it is gloopy like custard. Let me show you. You see, it's very soft. But who can tell me what's going to happen next?
The concrete will go hard.
Exactly. It will set as hard as rock.
Daddy Pig, I think you should step out of there before...
I'll be with you in a moment, Mr. Bull. I'm just talking to the children.
Yes, but...
You see, the concrete is soft. Still soft. And now... hard.
Wow!
All thanks to a bit of simple science. Now, Mr. Bull, what was it you were saying?
I was trying to say you should get out before the concrete goes hard.
Ah.
Daddy Pig is stuck.
Don't worry, Daddy Pig. I'll have you out in a jiffy.
How?
I'll dig up the playground.
Daddy Pig loves being dug out of concrete. Everyone loves being dug out of concrete.
The carnival.
Peppa and her family have come to watch the carnival.
Hello.
Here are Susie Sheep and Molly Mole.
Hello, Peppa. Have you come to watch the carnival? Yes. I can't wait. It's going to be amazing. With fire-breathing dragons. And magic people flying.
Let's hope it really is that great.
What's that? Is it starting?
No, that's just someone sweeping the road before the carnival comes. Oh, it actually sounds quite good.
They're using brushes and dustbins to make music.
The carnival has begun. Here is Mr. Bull and his fancy jazz band. It is Mr. Pony, the optician.
Hello. Look, Pedro's on the lorry. Hello. Hello, Pedro. I wish I was in the carnival. Me too. Oh, what's that?
Hello.
Wow, there's a boat sailing on the road.
It is Captain Dog and Danny Dog.
Oh, look! It's Miss Rabbit's rescue service.
But where's Miss Rabbit?
Miss Rabbit is the carnival queen.
Ooh. She's not doing much, is she?
Well, that makes a change from all the jobs Miss Rabbit normally does.
She's probably quite happy to put her feet up.
Here is Mr. Potato.
Please welcome your friend and mine, Mr. Potato!
Mr. Potato has a big balloon tied to the back of his car.
Wow! That must be the biggest balloon in the world.
Up, down, all together now. Mr. Potato is coming to town.
Oh no! The string has come loose.
Ah, my
Balloon! It's okay! I've caught it! Oh! I'm flying away! Help!
We have to call the rescue service.
Hello? Miss Rabbit's rescue service?
Mr. Potato's hanging from a balloon.
Help! Help!
I'll be right there. Wait a mo. I can't go and rescue with all this on. Who wants to be Carnival Queen while I do some rescuing?
Me!
There you go.
I think I should be the queen because I am very good at being bossy. I can be bossy too. I should be the queen because I am the best at waving.
Why don't you all take it in turns to be queen?
OK, I'll wear the crown. I'll sit on the throne and I'll wear the cloak.
Help! Help! Miss Rabbit is going to rescue Mr. Potato.
I'll just fly up from underneath.
Ah! Watch out!
Oh, sorry, Mr. Potato. Hang on. I'll go above.
Miss Rabbit, what is your plan?
I never have a plan. I just make it up as I go along.
Autopilot on. Have a nice day.
Autopilots fly helicopters on their own.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Now, how can we get this balloon down? Shall I pop it?
No, don't pop the balloon!
Oh, OK. I'll untie the knot.
Miss Rabbit is going to let the air out of the balloon. Wait!
There.
Miss Rabbit has rescued Mr. Potato. Thank you!
Now I can get back to being the Carnival Queen.
Oh, I think we've got 3 Carnival Queens now.
This is the best carnival ever.
Peppa loves carnivals. Everybody loves carnivals.
Soft play.
It is morning. Peppa and her family are having breakfast.
Oh, there's a letter here for George.
It's an invitation to Richard Rabbit's party.
Sounds fun. I'll take George to the party, as long as it's not at that awful soft play centre.
It says soft play.
Ah.
Daddy doesn't like the soft play centre. Last time he got stuck and was rescued by a helicopter and a fire engine and a crane.
It wasn't exactly like that, Peppa. It was only a helicopter.
I think soft play sounds lovely. I will go with you, George.
It is time for Richard Rabbit's party.
Bye! I'll be back to pick you up later.
You're very welcome to stay if you want.
It's soft play, isn't it? No thanks.
Hello. You're very welcome to stay if you want.
See you later. Hello, Miss Rabbit.
Hello, Mummy Pig. I quite understand if you don't want to stay.
No, I'll stay. Us grown-ups can have a nice quiet chat while the children play.
Oh, OK.
This is the soft play centre, where everything is soft, so children can bounce, swing, squash, slide, and play.
This is great! The children are having so much fun.
Yes, I just hope we can get them out at the end.
The little children have been playing all day.
Home time, children! That was a lovely party, wasn't it?
Yes!
Have you all had fun?
Yes!
Are you ready to go home now?
No!
Oh, my goodness! We're never going to get them out.
There's only one thing for it. I'll have to go in.
Good luck!
Ah! I'm stuck! Help!
Don't worry, I'm coming in. I'm nearly there. Oh no, I'm stuck too. Help!
Hello!
Mr. Elephant has come to collect Edmund Elephant.
Mr. Elephant!
Help! We're stuck.
No problem, ladies. I'll get you out.
No, don't! You'll get stuck. It's a trap.
Ah! I'm stuck.
Daddy Pig, Peppa and Susie have come to collect George.
Ah, what good little children you are. Where are your parents?
Help!
We're stuck.
Ho, ho! That usually happens to me. That is going to happen to me, isn't it? I'm going to go in there and get stuck.
Me and Susie can go in. We're smaller.
That's kind of you both, but it is my job. As a grown-up, I must do this.
But Daddy!
Don't worry, Peppa. If I get stuck, I will ring for the rescue services. Ah, yes, I'm stuck. Lucky I've got my phone.
Hello? Rescue service?
Oh, you're in here too?
Yes, I'm a bit tied up at the moment.
So there's no one to rescue us?
We're here, Daddy. We will rescue the grown-ups.
That tickles.
Hey!
Thank you, Peppa and Susie, for rescuing us. Hip, hip,
Hooray! Now we can all go home.
The little ones have gone back inside.
Peppa, can you bring the little ones out now?
Yes, Daddy, but we might have to play a bit first.
Peppa and Susie love the soft play centre. Everyone loves the soft play centre.
Long train journey.
Peppa and her family are having breakfast.
Oh.
What's the matter, Daddy Pig?
I need to go on a long journey for work.
Can we come too?
It's work, Peppa, and it's a long, long way by train.
Choo-choo! Please, can we go?
It won't be fun. I'm testing concrete. I need to know the relative density to mass to calculate for voids in the aggregate.
I need to know that too.
What does Mummy Pig think?
I think it sounds lovely.
But it's hundreds of miles away, in another country.
Please, Daddy Pig.
All right. We can all go.
Hooray!
This is the train station. Miss Rabbit is the train driver.
All aboard! Full steam ahead!
Are we nearly there yet?
No, Peppa. It's a long journey, so you'll just have to be patient. Why not sing a song to pass the time?
OK. Clickety-clack, clickety-clack, the train runs on the track. Huff and puff, clickety-clickety-clack. I've sung a song. Now are we nearly there?
Oh, there's still a long way to go, Peppa.
We won't get there until tomorrow morning.
But what about bedtime? Where will we sleep?
Right here.
But this isn't a bedroom, Daddy.
Watch this.
Magic beds!
And here's where we brush our teeth.
A magic bathroom! There's a little basin with little taps.
And that's not all.
A magic toilet!
I wonder what this button is for.
Daddy has found the magic shower!
Hello?
Passports, please.
Of course.
Ah, you are Mr. Pig? The Mr. Pig. You must be coming to test our concrete.
Yes. Do you know me?
Oh, your work in concrete is famous in our country. Oh, but I have disturbed you. Good night.
Good night.
It is bedtime.
Night-night, Peppa and George.
Night-night, my little piggies.
Night-night.
Peppa and George are tucked up in their little beds on the train.
Clickety-clack, clickety-clack, the train runs on the track. Huff and puff, ba-da-da-da-da, boop, boop.
It is morning and time for breakfast on the train.
Good morning.
Miss Rabbit, aren't you meant to be driving the train?
It's fine. The train runs on rails. It can't get lost. Would you like coffee or orange juice?
I'd like both, please.
No, coffee or orange juice. You can't have both.
I don't think we have to be so strict with the famous Mr. Pig. Coffee and orange juice.
Thank you.
Excuse me, I am King Alfonso. Could I have a coffee and orange juice too?
No, that is impossible. Peppa and her family have arrived at the end of their long train journey.
We are honored to have your visit, Mr. Pig.
Thank you.
Here is the concrete for you to test.
Daddy Pig is an expert at concrete.
Very good.
I hope the train journey wasn't too long and tiring.
No, it was lovely.
What do we do now?
My job is done, so we can take the train back home.
Oh, goody! We get to sleep on the train again.
Peppa loves long train journeys. Everyone loves long train journeys.
George's new clothes.
It is a lovely sunny day. Peppa and George are playing in the garden.
Muddy puddles.
Peppa and George love jumping up and down in muddy puddles.
George, you are all muddy.
Peppa, George.
George, my goodness, what a muddy little piggy.
You'll need a bath.
And we'll need to wash your clothes.
Oh.
George is washed in the bath. George's clothes are washed in the washing machine.
We must have washed these clothes 1,000 times.
George's clothes have got holes in them.
When you wash clothes 1,000 times, they get holes in them.
I can see your bottom, George.
Maybe it's time we got George some new clothes.
Mummy Pig is taking Peppa and George to the clothes shop.
Hello, Mummy Pig.
Hello, Miss Rabbit.
How can I help you?
We need some new clothes for George, please.
Well, you're in luck. This is a clothes shop. First, we need to measure you. Now hold your arms out.
George thinks you're going to tickle him.
I promise I won't tickle you, George. Very good. What a big, strong boy you are.
You see, George, Miss Rabbit didn't tickle you, did she? No, but I will.
George loves being tickled.
Right, let's find George some new clothes. How about this? It will keep you very warm.
Ooh.
If George would kindly go into the changing booth, please.
George is wearing a big, thick, woolly jumper.
You look cuddly, George.
I don't think white is the best colour for puddle jumping.
This isn't white. It's every other colour but white.
George, you look like a clown. No.
George does not want to look like a clown.
Too much colour. What about this then?
Now you look like a penguin.
Yes, it's still not really George.
What about this then? Basically, it's what you had before.
Oh, yes.
George, you look like you.
What do you think, George?
Hooray!
George likes his new clothes.
Daddy, we're home.
Oh, so George didn't get any new clothes then?
These are his new clothes, Daddy Pig.
The same as before, but no holes.
Ho, ho, I see.
Can we play in the garden now, Mummy?
Yes, let's all play in the garden.
Yippee! Look, a muddy puddle. Let's jump in it. Jumping up and down in muddy puddles. Splish, splash, splosh, splish, splash. With a big splash here and a big splash there. Here a splash, there a splash, everywhere a splish, splash. Jumping up and down in muddy puddles. Splish, splash, splosh, splish, splash.
Oh.
George, you've got your new clothes all muddy again. Oh.
You're one to talk, Peppa. Look at your clothes.
And you seem to be a little muddy too, Daddy Pig.
And you, Mummy Pig.
Oh, well, it's only mud. It'll come off in the wash.
If we're going to get washed anyway, let's get even more muddy.
Yes!
Peppa, George, Mummy Pig and Daddy Pig love getting muddy. Everyone loves getting muddy.
Tinyland.
Mummy and Daddy Pig are taking Peppa, George and Susie Sheep to visit Tinyland.
Daddy, what is Tinyland?
It's a world just like the real world, Peppa, but very tiny.
It will be fun.
And educational.
Is it real? With real tiny people living in it?
No, it's just pretend.
If everything there is tiny and small, then we will be giants. And we will go, hello, little people. And they will go, ah, giants! I can't wait to get there.
Stop!
What's the problem, Mr. Bull?
There's no problem, Mummy Pig. We're just digging up the road.
Will it take long?
It will take as long as it takes.
But we're going to Tinyland today.
Oh, I love Tinyland. Everything's so tiny. And educational. That's important. Through you go.
Thank you, Mr. Bull.
Thank you.
Stop!
But you let them through.
They are going to Tinyland. That's important.
Welcome to Tinyland, where everything is really tiny. And educational. Feast your eyes on the world of famous places.
Wow!
These are exact copies of real famous buildings, but a bit smaller.
Ooh!
Here's Big Ben, and next to it, the Eiffel Tower, just like it is in the real world.
And the pyramids, Sydney Opera House, Statue of Liberty and the Kremlin.
But these famous buildings aren't all on the same street in real life.
Aren't they? Well, you learn something new every day.
Ooh, look at that!
This is the land of water.
Ooh, there are tiny little boats. And there's even a tiny Miss Rabbit. Boats! Boats! Get your boats here!
Yes, that is just one of my many jobs.
This looks just like Pirate Island. And there are some pirates. What was that? Dinosaur.
This is the land of dinosaurs.
Wow!
This is how the world looked a long time ago, before houses and cars and stuff. Here is a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Ooh!
And over there is a Triceratops. One is a herbivore and the other is a carnivore. Oh, look! They are playing together, just as they would have done.
Amazing! This is exactly as it would have been all those millions of years ago.
Except for the train.
All aboard! There you are again, Miss Rabbit, driving the train. Full steam ahead! Where's it going now?
To tiny modern land.
Clickety-clack, clickety-clack, the train went on the track. Puff and puff, clickety-clickety-clack. This is like where we live, Peppa. Yes, there are houses and cars and hills and trees and trains and planes and boats.
It's a busy world. 24-hour non-stop.
Stop! Oh, it's broken.
No, it's not. Look there.
Stop! It's a tiny little Mr. Bull digging up the road. That's what happened to us on our way here.
Tinyland is just like the real world, down to every tiny detail.
We're digging up the road!
Sailing boat.
Grandpa Pig is taking Peppa and George sailing.
Ahoy there, Grandpa Pig.
Here are Mr. Stallion and Mrs. Corgi. They are members of the sailing club.
Hello, we're just going out for a sail.
It's a bit early for sailing.
Yes, you can't go sailing now.
Thank you for your advice. See you later.
Grandpa, your friend said that we can't go sailing yet.
They don't know what they're talking about. Oh, bother.
Grandpa's boat is stuck in the mud.
There's no water, Grandpa.
Yes, the tide seems to be out.
So we can't go sailing?
Don't worry. The water will come back again soon and the boat will rise up.
The water is coming back.
It certainly is.
The water is lifting Grandpa's boat out of the mud.
We're bobbing up and down.
Let's go sailing.
Aye, aye, Captain Grandpa.
Off we go.
I love sailing.
Ahoy there, Grandpa Pig.
Are you okay there?
Do you need any help or advice, old chap?
We're doing just fine, thank you. Bye.
Grandpa, they're going quicker than us.
There's no need to hurry when you're sailing.
We're bobbing up and down. The boat bobs up, the boat bobs down. The boat bobs up, the boat bobs down. A bobbing, 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 bobbing up and down. The boat bobs up and down.
Ahoy there, Grandpa Pig. Time to head back if you don't want to miss the tide.
If you leave it too late, you'll get stuck in the mud.
Ha-ha, right you are. Goodbye. I don't listen to them. I know more about the tides than they ever will.
The boat bobs up, the boat bobs down. The boat bobs up, the boat bobs down. The boat bobs up. Oh, we've stopped bobbing.
Ah, the tide seems to have gone out.
Are we stuck in the mud, Grandpa?
Yes, but only until the tide changes. Then the water will lift us up again.
When will the water come back?
Tomorrow morning.
Oh.
We'll just have to spend the night on the boat.
A sleepover! Hooray!
I'd better give Granny Pig a call.
Hello?
Hello, Granny Pig.
We've decided to spend the night out on the boat.
You mean you've got the tides wrong?
No, of course not. I just...
We're stuck in the mud, Granny.
I knew it.
It's an adventure, Granny. We'll see you in the morning.
Where will we sleep, Grandpa?
Here. The boat has 2 little bunk beds.
Ooh.
And I will sleep on deck under the stars.
Night-night, Grandpa.
Night-night, Peppa and George.
Peppa and George are asleep in the bunks. Grandpa Pig is asleep on the deck. The stars are twinkling in the sky above. It is morning.
We're bobbing up and down.
Look, children, the water is back.
Hooray!
Grandpa Pig's boat is floating again.
Time to sail home.
Aye, aye, Captain Grandpa. The boat bobs up and down.
Granny Pig has come to meet Peppa and George.
Granny Pig! Granny!
Hello, my little ones. Did you have a nice time?
Yes! We got stuck in the mud and had a sleepover.
Peppa loves sailing. Everyone loves sailing.